I don't know. I just realized when I reached and like some wind.
We're just making sure we're live and that the commercial is done. Our besties know the routine. No fancy intro.
Ooh,
well, I'm the fancy intro, aren't I?
For I don't know what.
I don't have YouTube up. I have my reference photo up.
We're good.
Okay. Hey friends, happy Wednesday, Friends Day. I'm super excited you're here. Someone in the chat last week asked if I was going to do any more chalk drawings. I've done chalk on driveways and chalk on my big chalk wall in my old studio, and I got all excited about it. So we're going to, and then I watch a couple of YouTube pastel artists that call it painting when they use chalk pastels. So that's why my thumbnail says painting live with chalk. Because that sounds a little weird to me still, too. I don't know if it sounds weird to you. Emily is here with me tonight.
Hello. And I was like, why does it say painting live with chalk?
Well, that's why. The reference photo is on unsplash.com. It's linked in this video's description. I left out the orange one in the back. Emily's going to scoot us in, and I'll start setting the table. And I'm going to turn around here.
Okay.
Scoochy myself.
I'm going to lift because yours is, there we go.
Okay, I don't know if that.
And then I'm going to.
Or I could do that. Does
yeah.
that help? Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to oochie scoochy.
Okay, so I bought, I have some mixed media paper which will work. I looked at pastel mat, but it was so expensive. So I bought, hopefully that's somewhat in frame, Canson pastel paper. Now I've heard chalk pastel artists say that it doesn't hold as many layers. I'm not so worried about that. We're playing, we're having fun. Plus the price was right. I think this was like $10.
Great show.
Yeah. You know, if I get into it a lot and I end up framing them and all those kinds of things, I think like Pastel Matter, there's some other ones.
I framed that very bad because you picked it.
Oh, I was just showing. Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
I messed you up. So I just left this blank so I could kind of scribble. Basically I'm going to be working in here. And then I'm doing it upright, so then the dust will fall down. I did paint, or I drew while I was working at the gallery. This is on mixed media paper. I drew it by hand. I didn't use a traceable and just played with it, but then I kept blowing the dust, which you're not really supposed to do. You don't want to inhale the dust, for one thing. I would make sure I blew out and waited. But I don't want the dust getting on things here. I used, for that one that I did, so I used Mungyo chalk pastels. I think I got them on Amazon a year or two ago for $8. I did a quick search and they had one for $8 and they had one for $12 for the 64 colors. There was a gal, a YouTuber I used to chat with that was teaching English in Japan and said that's a Japanese brand. I like them. But then again, as I've kind of alluded to several times here already, I'm not like a chalk pastel super artist. But it has tons of colors. They're not very big, but you don't need them very big. So this is what I used to paint all of this. So it works great. I also have a blending stump. I just thought that might be kind of fun. I don't know if I'll need it. And then I have black charcoal pencil and a white charcoal pencil. And then I had to go down to Blick Art Materials to get the, I'm trying to figure out where to put that. Get the paper, because Michael's didn't have any. I was eyeballing the chalk pastel pencils. I have color pencils, which are wax. So I splurged and bought these. These were about $50 for 24. I think the newer package has a toucan on it. I think this might be older packaging, or maybe they just have different runs and different images on it or something. So I've never used these before, but I thought it might be nice for getting a little bit more control and detail. But oh, it's like a brand new box of crayons. Oh, I can look to see if I'm in frame. I keep forgetting I can lean backwards. So I probably will pull those out too. Okay, I think that sets the table. So I did trace this. I scanned my drawing that I did the other day at the gallery in. You can tell it's a little bit different color. Sized it up a little bit, and then I scribbled on the back just like I'm doing a acrylic painting, and then traced it onto my paper with a ballpoint pen. Okay, Emily, I think that sets the table, except for I have one more thought.
okay.
So this is the opposite. We're on black, whereas I did this one on white. So the white here is the white paper. I did scribble some white on it, but it doesn't even show. So now I have to think a little bit backwards with the black. And I'm not sure how I'm going to start. I might just start over with the shadows. Okay, Emily, I'm definitely done.
Okay. Well, Chase came early with his $9.99 and his goat emoji.
Thank you, Chase man.
So let's see. So far in the chat tonight, so it's Chase, Gravy. He's probably not here. He stopped by to say hi. Deborah, Cindy, Suzanne, and Marty. So far.
Hey, thanks so much for joining me tonight. So the cool thing, did I jump in too quick there, Em?
No.
The cool thing is it's pretty much like acrylic painting, except for you don't have to spend time mixing your values and colors. You just pick what you think the closest thing is going to be. And I'm being a little hesitant because I'm not sure. I'm just a little scared to start. But see, that purple is so much brighter on the black, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. We'll just start, and we can make some corrections. I tell you, it was nice to do the chalk pastel at the gallery. Usually I paint a little painting and take my acrylics, and it was easier just to take a pad and take a box and call it good. Oh, I need
washing your brush out or...
Yeah. No, I did need to wash my fingers, though.
Yeah, but I feel like the chalk pastel is less of a worry going down the drain than the acrylic.
Yeah, most of it. Oh, here we go. I'm going to say the light source is really coming almost from over here. Is that in frame? Oh, yeah, we've got lots of room.
Yeah, you got room.
That tape is old. It didn't stick.
Oh, yeah, it just fell off in the live for me, so I saw him tumble.
I might need some fresh tape. I think I've got some sitting over there. Okay, so that's my darkest purple. I think we'll still just put it in, and I can always darken it with some black. Something's squeaking. I think it's my art table against the wall.
Oh.
Well, I had it further away from the wall, and then it was moving. So I'm like, oh, I think I must have had it against the wall at the last place. Well, here's a nice, pretty dark blue, which I think is way too soon to do. But yeah, we could definitely play. Okay, let's. I drew this with a T-square, just to get it straight. I love that little T-square. It's the best tool. Okay, so I'm kind of scared to start up here. Let's just jump in. Start with this one maybe. Could almost go with like a dark green. So what I'll do sometimes is if I'm using certain colors, I'll kind of stand them up so I don't have to keep hunting. That might be too dark. I don't like them. Now I'm going, oh, I don't know if I want the green. So paint the shadow shape I see, or at least something close. And just like if you're painting, I haven't really talked about this, put the color where you want it, and then you can push it or blend it a little further. That makes sense. Oh, that's wiggly. Try not to. Well, I don't know if I mind that.
Well, it is wiggly.
Yeah, I'll try to hold on to my table.
You're fine. The camera isn't wiggling, so it's not so...
It's the table.
Yeah. It's better than...
I looked at trying to like tighten up the screws, and it just wasn't anything to tighten up. So I thought maybe it got loose in the move. So I'm going to grab a red and just see what this looks like.
Marty says, I like the green. I like the green too. It's a pretty green.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, not a lot happening because I'm just kind of, this is how I do a painting, especially when it's not time lapse. I just kind of slowly see what I think. It's a little hard to aim with these sometimes. That's one way to, this is one way to help you paint more loosely, is paint with a square stick. And there's bigger sticks. I have bigger Hippie Crafter Chalk Pastels. I have some Blick Art Materials Chalk Pastels, which are round and bigger. You could paint little with them. Just have to find an edge. And I probably don't need to switch as much, but I'm not as practiced with this. That might be too soon to put those on after I did that. I don't know. After I said that, I'm still gonna. Boy, I hit that pretty well, or aimed pretty well with where I thought that might go. I also recommend you don't paint off or draw off to the side. I have a feeling I should start with the bigger shapes, just like in painting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. I love that. I mean, there are so many little colors. You really don't need any more. And they're dirty. You can wipe them off here. I'll show you, like this one's dirty. Has purple on it. You can just wipe it off on a paper towel or something. I don't think I want to right now, just because I'm going to end up getting chalk on absolutely everything. All right, what color? Oh, I had like this color maybe. So there's a shadow down in here. You know what I should do maybe is the stem, even though it's kind of little and detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Get it in there. Now some chalk pastel artists don't ever blend like that or smear. They just keep adding layers, but I'm a little concerned about how many layers I can get, only because they talk about it. I really don't have the experience to know. Because my chalk experience is a chalk wall or a driveway. Well, that's kind of nice. That's how I acrylic paint, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes I'll do wet on wet. I also think this would be good practice. It's forcing me to think values more, which I think is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could hear, like, I thought maybe you were drawing or wiggling your feet.
Scrubbing my feet together. I wonder if,
Oh, go
I don't
ahead.
have the headphones fully on. I wonder if you can hear me crochet.
I don't know. I decided to go with the cream. I think that's going to be too dark. I'm just looking at the,
Hang on, I need
Yeah.
to.
I just don't want to go white yet. I don't know. Boy, it is
Okay.
falling. So here's a tip that I'm remembering now from watching. I watch Marla Bagata. She has a YouTube channel, and I watch Karen Margulis. I'm pretty sure that's how you say your name. You know what? We might want white there. I don't know. They talk about doing pastel painting upright, and then starting at the top because your dust will fall down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I
You
do
get
want-
fallout
Yeah, I think I do want to start
at the top.
at the top with the stem. I'm going to use the pencil for this, the pencils for the stem.
Cindy says, I have never tried pastels. I haven't really done chalk pastels either, I think.
I mean, I have on a driveway, which is funny because I don't really think of it as, I haven't really, other than that drawing I did Friday when I was working at the gallery,
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't either. We're learning on the fly here.
I think it'd be a fun, like if someone's like solely a painter, it'd be like a fun, like change up in the hobby where because it probably forces you to draw a little more, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, except for I would paint. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it does make sense. It's just, it's interesting. It's very
And you kind of have to, yeah, it's just like how the first time you painted on a black background, it like was throwing you in your brain. You're like,
my
well, I painted
brain.
on dark backgrounds, so what's really, it's not so much of a difference, you know, it's just another step. I think it almost probably switches something in your brain a little more. I feel like you would maybe see color or something different, and it would be a nice breather to always painting.
Well, yeah, it is. Well, you get fun textures. That's not dark enough. And it does really force you to think value, because I can layer.
It's going to be different than like a soft layer of paint.
Yeah. I wonder what. I want to try the blending stick, but it just seems too soon. I'm gonna put, even though the stem looks brown or green in my reference photo, I'm gonna put a little dark brown here just so I can see it. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Oh, you can a little bit. I just looked behind my phone. You know, I'm not finding it that hard to aim.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm just
You're
gotten lucky or what is going on here.
Yeah.
But see now, okay, so I could come back with some white, like almost like, just like with colored pencil, really. I mean, I know there's a lot of techniques, but just sort of the basics. And they are blended with I could have used the chalk pastel pencil instead of the charcoal pencil, but just blended right there. Just like if it was wet paint. I want to say it was Carrie last week that asked if I was going to do. So
Chalk again?
Yeah, I was just putting a little backlight on there. I don't know if it needs it. I do like the pencils. I feel like I have more control. Especially when I'm painting. How big is this? It's little. I can't read my ruler. It's so dirty and abused.
Do you want me to read?
So 8. It's about 8 inches wide to here. Yeah, we'll have to go this way, I think. Here. And then, oh, if you count the whole height, it's probably 9. Yeah, this is a 9 by 12 piece of paper. All right, I need to pick up the pace a little bit and not be so scared.
Ooh. Cindy says, so when you have completed this picture, how do you seal the pastel?
See, I don't, because I don't sell it. I don't.
I know, though. Or
Well,
at least I know a way that we did in high school. Okay, I did it a handful of times in high school.
Okay, go ahead.
We would spray it with hairspray.
Yeah, and then it'll make the chalk darker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Karen Margulis, I think, used to use Blair fixative and it really lightly, and it didn't. Also, because you can put another layer. Mm-hmm. If you put a little fixative, let it dry, you can put another layer on. Mm-hmm. I think Susan Jenkins is another one if you guys are interested in looking at chalk pastel artists on YouTube. Or Marla Baguette. I don't think Marla sprays them at all because it makes them darker and changes it. Mm-hmm. They just put some glassine over it. It's like, I never use glassine, but I feel like it's really nice sort of wax paper. Mm-hmm. Or vellum or something.
Yeah, yes.
And then just ship it. But see, like, I don't do watercolors much anymore because I don't want to frame it, put glass on it, pay for that to sell it at the gallery. I like and then it's weird because you do all that for a watercolor and yet acrylic goes for more money.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem fair at all. Mm-hmm. But so the answer is I won't, and I don't know for sure. I'm just telling you what I've heard other people. So like this one I drew Friday has already smeared on the back of the other page, rubbed off.
Or you could put wax paper in between. We do that for charcoal.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thought of sealing it triggered something in my brain. I don't know if it was middle school or high school that we had like a pastel course.
Oh, did you?
Or it was just like, art level 1. And you would do like one project. And then like the entire day, the art hallway would just smell like Aussie hairspray. Because I think it was like the cheapest one to buy. And then, yeah, you would just seal all your pastels with hairspray. Oh, Libby's here. Libby says, hi, Annie and Emily. Those pumpkins are looking really pretty.
Oh, thank you. They're looking rough. They're in their teenage years right now. But thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And it's so great to see you or hear you. I have my reference photo up. I'm going to try this blending stump instead of my finger. Oh, that almost kind of wipes it off. Oh, that's interesting. It's too harsh, maybe. Huh. Because that works like for pencil. It's Annie's playing with chalk pastel because she misses her other chalk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I miss that chalk wall, even though I didn't do it very much, you know?
Yeah. And the only thing that stinks about that wall is just like walls are textured. And some walls have more texture than others. So I think we need to keep our nose to the ground and sniff out like, I don't know, like let's say some high school is shutting down or something, or like somebody will sell a large chalkboard on Facebook Marketplace or something, and I'll see it, and we'll buy that. And I'm talking like, because I had a friend, who was that? I had a friend very young, and we'd always play school, and for some reason she literally had like a classroom grade size chalkboard. It was just, but I remember it leaning vertically against the wall, so like the tray that catches all the dust is like technically not doing its job.
You had a fairly big one in my old office. Do you remember that?
I thought that was a whiteboard.
Oh, it probably was.
Okay, yeah, because I scratched up the wall. Is
It
what I
scratched
remember.
up the wall. Yep.
Ooh, it scratched up the wall. Yeah, that was like an old whiteboard from like an office move for Dad or something. That was like a.
Yep.
And then we put it against your office wall. I think that's also why I got the chalk walls. Is we moved it once. I don't know. We moved it once, and you're like, this needs to go.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but it probably was part of it, and it was also like bribe for you to pick up your room, and then it wasn't that fun for you.
Well, because it was textured, and I wanted
it was
smooth.
hard. It's hard. That wall was not the easiest thing to
Yeah,
check in.
so we need to find you like a big school-sized chalkboard.
Well, this is better for my art skills than like the big monster. I think the last chalk wall video I did was a monster, which is really cute, but not as challenging as little pumpkins.
Chase is still lurking, and he realized Libby's in the chat. So he's poking Libby.
I think it looks kind of neat. Right now, the texture's driving me crazy, but I mean, it should have texture. Boy, I can just see it all falling. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah, you can see on the white, with the white, you can see the crumblies.
Yep. So I'm trying to find the edge, and really what would be easier is to use either my new chalk. Here, let's use the new Chalk Pastel pencil. And it feels just like the chalk. I mean, it's chalk. It feels just the same. But it's a smaller point. There. Okay, I'm much happier with a little control there. I'm going to blow a little. Don't do that. It's just like when Mom says, you know, do what I say, not what I do. Oh, I've already got a hole where I'm missing a piece of chalk pastel. I don't know what to do with it. That's odd. All right, I need to pick up the pace here. I keep saying that.
Yeah, you technically have 6 minutes to our normal
Oh, geez.
slot of whatever, the thank you break or like the commercial break.
I was also hoping that me struggling some might be a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I struggle with pretty much every painting in the beginning. I'm just thinking darker here. And if it doesn't work, I can come over it with a little brown, a little black, a little something. A little something, something. I'm going to go a little darker if I can find one. And I like my fingers. It's just like I paint with my fingers too. Oh, that's something else I don't know. If anybody knows in the chat or the replay, like, am I rubbing chemicals into my skin right now and I shouldn't be? Or is it like most paints now? Like my cadmium yellow medium hue, It has that name because it doesn't have cadmium in it. They added, Liquitex added hue to let you know it's chemical free. I'm gonna grab a dark brown.
There's too many lights on in here. Freckle is covering her eyes.
Oh, she's probably exhausted. She really didn't sleep well today.
Oh shoot. I'm running out of yarn.
Uh-oh.
I'm using Chase's, I think just Chase's mom or Chase's parents. Maybe I think Chase's mom asked if I would crochet. They got like a
They have a new puppy.
They have a new puppy, but they have a cat tree that they got not too long ago, and only the top part has like a washable insert on it. And so she asked if I would crochet some like squares that would fit inside the thing, so then they can just throw those parts in the wash. Or their oldest, somebody, I think their oldest cat is prone to upchuck, so then you could just throw that in the wash instead of like having to clean it out of the hidey hole.
Like spot shotted or whatever.
Yeah. So I have one done, and I'm doing just a bunch of, I don't know why I tried to make mine, because initially I made a scaredy square, is what I called it. And I made that for Maya, because she hides in the basement bathroom under the sink, in the cabinet. And it's cold in the basement, so I put a blankie down in there, so when she does go down there and hide, there's a square of like cozy blanket. And I can't remember what pattern I did, but I did something. But these ones I'm really just like, I've knotted together all of my like leftover balls of like projects that had leftover yarn, I guess. And they both turned out cute. I just kind of like chopped them. I try to spread the color throughout so it looks a little like intentional and even, but I really like them. I do have like a lot of stringies to tuck in. But instead of trying to make it complicated, I might do that for the chairs in the living room, for those instead of the dishcloths that I've been putting, or the hand towels that I've been putting, where the girls sit on the chairs.
Yeah. So I'm smearing with my little finger, then I'm wiping it off a little bit on a really old rag. Oh gosh, look at the holes. I don't know if you can see that. The holes. That probably looks better than I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm right on top of it. Oh yeah. Here, let's do a...
He looks like he's in the shadows.
Oh, there's a little bit of dust there. Yeah, don't go flying. That's how I see it. And I'm like, meh. But with anything, you need to step back, even a drawing, and view it how you think most people will view it. This has more texture than the mixed media paper. I think that's what's throwing me a little too. I was expecting somewhat similar. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just not what I expected. So I just kind of keep looking at these highlights. Actually, it kind of looks like a tomato too.
It does.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. So a reference photo really helps because then you follow the shapes that you see and the highlights that you see. And I'm getting layers on it. I don't know if it's because I'm smearing it. I think maybe I should work on this other one a little bit and see. Ooh, I just blew a little because I don't like the dust down there. And then that was a bad idea because I can see it on my iPad now, what's down in the tray. Ooh, maybe this aqua would be kind of fun though.
I abandoned you.
I heard you, but I was going to comment. I thought, oh, just leave her alone.
I went and...
You're looking for more yarn, maybe?
Yeah, I'm making another Franken ball.
So that's just like painting, like, I put the green down and I liked it, but I'm also going, would I like the aqua? Yeah, I wonder where I put a piece. Huh. I'll find it.
I like the aqua. I like the aqua in there.
Yeah, that is kind of nice.
It's juicy.
So you can, a lot of times if you don't know what to do, cool colors for the shadow, warm colors for in the light. You don't have to. You can get away with stuff, but it has like little, I don't know if we'll put them all in, but it has like little, and I'll probably come back and fix again and paint over and adjust. And oh yeah, I was going to work on the, okay, that's kind of fun. Just kind of turn it and see what kind of marks I get. I'm starting to relax. Can you guys tell? Starting to play a little more.
Don't forget about
Commercial. No, I will. I was going to say I won't.
I will.
I will.
It's technically time.
Okay, thanks. I don't know how long this will take me just because. So when I did it at the gallery, people come in, I get interrupted, which is great. You know, I love talking to the people that come in. Okay, I'm going to grab a pencil so I can, I don't have all the colors in the pencils, but, you know, it's a greenish and it's kind of aqua color, and it's light enough that I can just kind of define that edge a little bit. I think this is a good lesson, and values are more important than the color. Maybe even more pointed as you watch me struggle with it.
I like the texture of the paper. It's fun.
Do you? Okay. Yeah,
I think it's fine if you get rid of it, whatever, but it's interesting too.
You know, I think I'm just, you know, things always bug me when I paint. Yeah, I like the control of the pencil. Oh, that's kind of a neat little, like, underglow, reflective light. Now I kind of want to, that got me excited, so now I'm looking for, oh, here, I found the one I put someplace strange. Okay. I kind of want to, like, tip it a little bit. And then I kind of want to, so really that pumpkin can be done, but it's fun for me to refine. But that could be done. Nice and loose. Easy. Easy peasy, so to speak. And they're a good thing to practice drawing with. Oh, I probably want to paint more around it. Work with the shadow. Okay, I'm going to do the commercial. Oh, and I thought these might work. I don't really need it yet, but as long as I'm thinking of it. They're just disinfecting wipes. We kind of talked about tub of towels last time. But I thought it would probably take off.
Probably shouldn't use those on your skin though.
I don't know.
What's in them?
Alcohol.
Oh, okay. Then you're fine. Just get dry fingies. I didn't know if there's bleach in them.
Kills flu virus. Kills.
Is there bleach in it?
No.
Okay, good.
But I'll read. Oh, there's stuff I can't pronounce. Oh, there's ammonia chloride. There's ammonia in it. I thought it was alcohol. Maybe I shouldn't use them on my skin.
I'll Google it. Let's see.
Directions.
We look at your fingers and your skin's just like flaking off.
Well, I mean, I used them during the pandemic and my hands did fine. You know, I wiped down the counter, I wiped down. But it doesn't mean it's good for you.
Chloride, is that how it's spelled?
I don't know. Do not use on unpainted wood.
Okay. Well, you're not unpainted wood, so that's a good sign.
Do not use as a diaper wipe.
Well, I hope not.
This is not a baby wipe. Do not flush in toilet.
Let's see here.
Hazardous to humans and domestic animals. Maybe I shouldn't be using these. I need to go get a baby wipe. Someone suggested that last time.
Oh, baby wipes would be. I think I still have some.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I should get baby wipes. Okay, I want to take a quick minute here and thank, I don't know who they are because they purchased a Be Happy sticker on my Annie-Troe.pixels.com print gallery. Hey. They're from Los Lunas, New Mexico. Ooh. So thank you. Deborah P., thank you for sending in money through PayPal. I super appreciate it. And thank you, all my besties. We made $1.34 on Amazon. So some of you must have clicked my Amazon link below in my video's description during Prime Day because we made it. So thank you, thank you. It all adds up, and I really appreciate it. Oh, and actually, just as important, there's a giveaway this Friday. I have a note for the dates. So this Friday, October 20th, 2023, I'm giving away an original little chickadee painting. It's a 4x4 canvas satin UV varnish signed on the back. Only on Facebook, so I don't miss anybody. And then I'm also giving away a print from my print store. I love this painting. This is an 8x8, but the fun thing is, or one of the fun things besides I love that rooster and the daisies, is that even though it's a print from Fine Art America, which is Pixels is a sister company of, I signed the print. So when if you were to buy a print, it wouldn't come signed. So that makes it sort of like half an original or something. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. There's a giveaway this Friday on Facebook. No pressure. It's just a small way to thank you guys. And they're just fun. I read all the comments. I at least heart them. I don't respond to everyone because at this point we're such a small community. I let you comment up to 10 times. And I do count the comments. But I'll heart them so you know I've seen them. And then I usually comment at least to one of your comments. Or I respond to. Okay. So I'm excited. And then we won't do a giveaway in November because I'm moving again. And we didn't do a giveaway last month. I'm going to use this white. I assume it's white. It looks white. So one thing, the pencils are harder, which is good and bad depending on what you want. So harder.
I guess, yeah, they probably would be.
Yeah, harder will give you a more crisp edge. Oh, that goes, I have that drawn wrong. I don't know if it really matters. This actually comes out like this.
Marty says, love the chickadee heart emoji in rooster too.
Thank you. I don't know if that matters. I think we'll just leave it alone. But this will give you, like, if I was doing something big, here we could do, well, one thought at a time here. This will cover more area faster. So I was scared to start with a white, but now it's helping me to start with a white because I already have black. I was just scared earlier. Understandable. I don't know if scared is the right word, but it's the one I always use. Nervous.
Terrified.
I suppose, but I don't feel like I'm terrified. So this one's kind of fun because it comes up like this a little bit. Oh, and then there's a shadow, so we want to make sure we leave the shadow. And now I'm going to grab the pencil just for control. I'm just using my white charcoal pencil. You could use the pastel pencil.
Paula says, I've never tried pastels, but you make it look doable.
I'm doing it like I would a painting. I was nervous to do it. Excited and nervous because when I was chalking before, you probably already heard me say this if you've been in the chat for a bit, but I was doing it on the driveway. I started that during the pandemic because our whole neighborhood was doing driveway. And then people liked it because, I did a raccoon, I did a rooster, you can go back. There's a playlist for chalk videos if you want to see them. But it was more illustrative, kind of cartoony, simple, because I was, doing it on my very old driveway with lots of bumps and holes. And then Emily my old studio was in Emily's bedroom. It had a chalk wall, but I still did simple things. I think Emily left me.
No.
Oh, you did it? I'm like, I think Emily left. She's my moral support. Yeah, I like putting in the white first, especially on this white pumpkin. So I'm just trying to paint. It's kind of a teardrop shape, and I'm not too worried if I don't get it just right. Hopefully, I gotta remember to lean back and see if that was in frame. Yeah, I think that was in frame.
Yeah, it was. Paula says, yes, I remember you doing the driveways, heart eyes emoji.
Oh, yeah, I can remember those videos didn't do very well, but I loved them. The kids loved them. one of the neighbor girls was in quite a few of them. I gave her quite a bit of my street chalk. I kept the really expensive street chalk from, I think it's Richeson's. They also do chalk, I mean, it's a chalk pastel. They were $3 or $4 a stick. I don't know how big this, I don't know how the stick was like that long and maybe that wide. She's pretty excited to get all those other boxes of chalk. I remember when we couldn't find, everybody was doing it, so I couldn't find Crayola chalk.
I was looking every time I would go to the grocery store, because we went to different, like Chase and I go to a different grocery store. So then you were looking, because the grocery stores tend to have like a seasonal section you can find chalk, and like no, not a chalk box to be found.
Yeah, I was fighting for them with the kids.
Yeah, you were probably literally fighting like small children for chalk.
Yeah. So one thing nice about a kneaded eraser, you probably can't see that, but it'll pick up the chalk. And then I keep forgetting to work, like, oh, instead of blowing, I could just wipe the little crumbs off that you probably can't see. Oh, and it'll probably take it off my fingers too, instead of the ammonia. Probably should be putting ammonia on my fingers. I need to remember to work top to bottom. I think if you keep making the mistake, eventually you just remember. For some reason, I kind of want to bring that up if it'll let me. I think maybe I have too many layers. It's not really coming off. I think that might be what the chalk pastel experts mean by that.
That was my gripe with my colored pencil phase.
Oh, yeah, you can only get so many.
Is you can only, like paint, you can always just paint another layer. I guess it just gets really thick eventually.
Yeah, I paint kind of thin and smooth until I know what I'm doing, yeah.
But colored pencil, there is like a limit of how many layers you can do, and it just doesn't add anymore.
Yeah, we just shifted. There is two with pretty much anything. Mm-hmm. I mean, your acrylic paint can get really thick.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but sometimes the texture is a pain to paint over. Yeah, I like the control of these. And Derwent, I assumed it's a good brand. There's another brand, but I don't remember what it was. Pretty much the same price. I'm sure if you get into it, there's brands that you're going to like better than others. I'm just kind of trying to hunt for maybe a light brown. I like the control of drawing like this. That's sort of what I did as a kid, my comfort zone. I think there's some cool things you can do with colored pencil. I think, Lisa, Lockery Fine Art, that's on at 8 o'clock after me. She does a lot of, I think she's doing a pumpkin in pan pastels.
Uh-oh, no.
So, and pan pastels look like makeup, kind of.
Oh, okay,
And then you use like makeup type tools and smear it around. But she does a lot of different mediums on her channel.
Oh, dang.
I think I noticed that she was, I'm like, oh, great minds think alike. She's doing a jack-o'-lantern. At least it's not exactly the same.
Yeah, I was thinking like when you said you were doing the pastels, I was like, oh, we should do like eventually down the line, like I don't know, like a medium Monday, or I don't know, something like that.
Where I just try new things.
Yeah, you get a different medium and try it out.
I'll have to stop. Like the chalk pastels, that's kind of neat, but it literally scrapes it off. I shouldn't have spent so much on the chalk pastels, but I'm just like, I want them. I don't go to Blick Art Materials very often. It's an art store, but it's like a candy shop. I'm just like, oh. And I would have been fine if Michael's has this paper sometimes, or they've had it in the past. And I would have been fine because they don't have the expensive chalk pastel pencils. I don't really have a dark green. Oh, here, we could maybe just use a blue. It's not that dark. What else do I have? This is like dioxine purple. That's gonna almost probably look black. Oh, there's kind of a thing here that I'm missing. I'm getting into the weeds. I probably should get out of the weeds so it's a little more interesting. I like getting into the weeds.
Yeah. You're a weedy person.
It's fun. But yeah, let's get out of the weeds here. Let's take my finger blending stick and...
Do you have a blending stump?
I do, but it pretty much erases it. Or are you just
Oh,
making fun?
yeah, that was...
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were teasing.
No. My brain just...
I thought that might work, but it pretty much scrapes it off, which is a good tool. Just not the way I thought it would be used.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I need to blend. I have this itch to blend. Ooh, and that's kind of nice. I mean, it's just like a dry brush stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Here. No, I don't want you to spill. Oh, it kind of stayed. Just like a dry brush stroke with what's a little bit like your brush runs out of paint. Same thing with that. Yeah, I think this has been good for my brain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a drink, though. I've been talking. All right, what should be used for the shadow? We could leave the paper as shadow. I kind of would do blues and browns. I did blues.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry about the ice cube crunch there. I did kind of aquas and browns. This was playing with color a little bit. Maybe aqua. Do I have like a dark aqua color? Do any of you guys watch Karen Margulis or Marla? I think it's Marla Bagata. I'm sorry if I'm not saying the names right. Marla Bagata. Marla does a little bit of everything, but mostly acrylic and pastel. Susan Jenkins has quite a few videos. I like to watch pastel artists because I don't paint as loose as they do, and I like that. And it's really, I learn stuff from them because it's so similar. I'm just going to bring that over, smear it over a little more, and then maybe grab a little black and I lost my paper, redefine that a little bit. And then let's grab some brown. So one thing that can make your artwork look a little artier is just to shift your color. So my shadow has brown and teal in it. And that also can be more entertaining. Same with painting, acrylic painting, watercolor painting.
Paula says, I'll have to finish with the replay. Thank you, girls. Thanks for hanging.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, Laura says one of your sidewalk chalk videos is the first time I watched you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting because they just don't get that many views.
I know, yeah.
It's interesting.
It's also the one video you were recognized in like the grocery store for.
Yeah, I was at the grocery store and so good. Are you Annie? Like, oh, that was weird. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yes. Like,
is this like a past client situation where they're like recognizing you? Because that's happened too. Where like we ran into a super old client.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and I pretty much knew it wasn't. She had an adorable daughter with this handmade felt coat with a big flower. It was just adorable. And so I started it because I'm like, oh, that's so cute, you know. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, are you Annie? And then she's like, thank you for doing that during the pandemic. My kids love watching. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I had a woman that was at a garage sale across the street. She goes, oh, I've seen you on YouTube doing and I was doing the driveway. I was doing a sidewalk one.
Oh, okay.
And then she's like, way to go, Grandma. And I just I'm old enough to be a grandma.
That was very bold.
I'm like, and then I think she didn't mean anything by it. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to laugh so bad. Because I thought that was funny.
It was funny.
I don't like what I did here because I was talking.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I've had 3 experiences.
Yeah.
I think I might like this one. Well, it's not done, but I'm liking that better.
Oh, Tinker says, how do you keep your fingers clean between colors?
Well, so I'm pretty much just smearing with my pinky, and then I'm wiping it on a old rag just to get most of it off. Where's my where's my wipe spots? Here we go. Right there. And then I have disinfecting wipes, but we decided maybe not a good idea because there's ammonia in them. But it does work. I don't know how bad ammonia. You can Google, is ammonia bad for your skin?
Yes, it is. I Googled.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's an irritant.
Last week someone, oh, sorry, honey.
Oh, no.
Last week someone said a baby wipe's much better. I'm like, oh, of course it would be because it's for babies. So right now I'm using toxic ammonia. But then I also don't know, don't do what I do. I don't know about the pigment in Chalk Pastels. I don't have any Liquitex paint. Like I don't have any straight paints with cobalt in it or cadmium in it. I buy the hues or when did they change before the pandemic? Or right? I think it was about a year before the pandemic they quit putting those metals in there. But I don't know about the Chalk Pastels. I probably should be wearing gloves.
Yeah, you need like the gloves. Like Chase has just gloves that then he'll handle meat before he like smokes meat or something with. Yeah. So then he can just peel the glove off, and it's not like 7 times or he has like one hand that is gloved that touches the meat, and then the other one is like the seasoning, just so you don't get like all the grime in the gook, and you can just peel that off instead of
right. Because I wash my hands so much, like during the holidays when I used to cook, and my hands just get sore, dried out.
Tinker says, well, we all know I don't have a lack of baby wipes. Yeah, Tinker's well stocked, but I think they probably need to be used for better instances.
Yeah, I am.
They're preventing stinkage in other
I wonder if you could Google MF the pigments in Chalk Pastels, or it would depend on the brand, of course.
If they're what?
Toxic, if there's any toxic.
I would assume no. Maybe at some
I don't know,
point.
like this looks like a cobalt blue. You notice I haven't used it. I just touched it though.
Let's see.
I mean, I'm not too worried about touching it once. I'm not
gonna. Chalk.
I've probably, over my lifespan, I'm almost 60. Like, my mom said that I would drop my gum on the grocery store floor and then pop it back in my mouth.
Delish. That adds extra flavor.
Oh. But, she was never quick enough. I'm like, ooh.
You just pull the hair out later, a piece of rock.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, whatever people walk, their shoes,
The toxicity level of the pigments are either non-existent as non-toxic pigments were used, or so low that they possess no threat whatsoever.
Huh.
Many soft pastel manufacturers, like Talon's, Rembrandt, for example, state they do not use any toxic pigments at all.
Now, see, this is Japanese Mungyo. Mungyo. I keep kind of putting in and then putting out because I'm just not finding it yet. Maybe I'm closer to done and I just need to smear. Oh, here, let's do this. Let's break that line, just like you would with painting. And let's break this line a little bit. Because then when I get a good idea, I want to do it everywhere. Because I'm that person. If it's everywhere, it's nowhere. But yeah, let's just kind of do that. That'll be better. Look a little artier. Okay, I'm going to work. Yeah, and don't blow, because I just blew. I'm not a good example for chalk painting. I am not. I'm going to work on the background a little bit, and then if we have time, we'll come back and work on. I'm going to bring that up a little bit. Oh, and then I kind of wanted to put, I have all these ideas, and if I don't do them right away, I forget. So I bounce around. That's why I bounce around. I'm going to put a little black back in the stem. Go ahead.
We'll just change the title to Watch Annie.
What not to do.
Do everything wrong.
Yeah, what not
Chalk
to do.
Pastels.
Oh, that's how you learn. Right? Somebody say right. I'm going to connect this because I've got a hole right there.
Oh, Freckles Cinnamon must have shifted and Cinnamon swirled the other direction.
Oh, she's so tired, I bet.
She's still covering her nose and her
I've got
eyeballs.
a little yellow right there, and I feel like I need a little, it's almost like a Naples yellow.
Tinker says, is that charcoal? I think the white
Yeah,
pencil?
I've got a white charcoal pencil and a black one. I also have, I bought brand new Chalk Pastels because I wanted to play with new toys. And it has a black and a white too. I just kind of grab whatever I happen to see in front of me. So just like painting, sometimes you mess up or you paint out what you wanted to say. Okay, let's work on the background a little bit. I do like smearing. I think it's kind of satisfying. I smear when I paint with acrylic, but you could use your other fingers. I'm just trying to stay neat and clean. And I've got a little bit of chalk pastel.
Could you flash the lid of the pencils?
Sure.
Tinker says, what were those pencils again?
Oh, well, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So they're chalk pastel pencils. It just says here in main frame.
Yep.
Pastel pencils. I bought Derwent at Blick Art Materials. There was STBILO. I don't know if that was the brand, and there was another name I can't remember. They're about the same price. This was $50 for 24 of them. They're not cheap, but I love that parrot. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at all the little teeny detail.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I used to, which isn't wrong at all. That's how I used to paint and get in there. I used to draw. I didn't start painting until I started thinking about licensing art. Because I'm like, I could do that. I could do that.
Kathy says, hi, Annie and all. I love pastels. Pastels. Oh, wait, my little thing's in the way. Pan pastels are my favorite.
Oh, yeah. So, advertisement for a different YouTuber. And she didn't pay me, doesn't know me. But at 8 o'clock, or just after mine tonight, 8 o'clock today, Central Time, Lockery Fine Art. I'm sorry I'm stumbling because I don't know exactly what she calls herself. Is doing a pan pastel jack-o'-lantern. I'm just sure. Would you mind looking, Emily? You're trying to crochet, but...
No, I'm just...
So I'm going to take this light aqua color. Or do I want to do that? So in my reference photo, actually, it's darker. Boy, one thing about having dirty fingers, I'm getting it all over stuff. It's the wall behind it is darker. It's lighter down here on the tabletop or whatever that is. Maybe we'll just do the same. I was going to do different.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Central.
Is she doing a jack-o'-lantern?
So like in an hour. Yes, a jack-o'-lantern.
Okay. So this is what's nice is you can really stop being so tight and just do some fun things. Use the side of it.
Tinker says, what are the chunky ones you're using? I bought cheap ones that are awful. I love how yours blend.
These are a Japanese brand. I paid $8 for them a year or two ago on Amazon. I'm trying to get the... Oh, here, this might work. This outer cover will work. The only reason I know they're from Japan is because another YouTube artist that used to chat with me said that she was teaching in Japan, living there, and said that she sees this brand all the time there. And thought it was Japanese. I don't know if that's... I've also seen the same set of 64 for $12 on Amazon. I bought them because they were cheap, and I was going to use them on my chalk wall. And I just liked that I got so many colors, but these wouldn't last very long on a chalk wall. I already went through one set already, back when I had my other studio.
Kathy says, I like using them with colored pencil too.
Yeah, you could.
Ooh, yeah. So this would help you, let's say you're doing a bigger piece on colored pencil. It's a nice, it would get some coverage pretty fast.
Yeah, the colored pencil's waxy, so I don't know if you could put more chalk pastel on the top of it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing no, but I don't know. So to me, that's fun. And then how about like a purple? Yeah, how about a purple? How about the lighter purple? So I have two purples to choose from. I don't know if you can see them. try to get a little more movement, a little more interest. We could blend and then do it again. I kind of feel like a kid with a new box of crayons. Oh, I used to love that. And the sharpener, the box is 64 with a sharpener.
Oh, I wanted to be, I mean, geez, even through high school, I wanted to be some variation of a teacher just for the, like, fresh supplies.
Yes.
Like, every year getting new school supplies was like a sport for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you don't have to blend. I just like to do it. And then I can put more color on top. Well, and then you can have, like, sometimes I talk about in paintings having darker corners. So I'm running out of, I have something on my pinky, but it's not coming off. It's now stuck into my pinky or something.
It's there permanently.
Yeah, you can kind of see the lines in I have very wrinkly hands. You can kind of see the lines. Or lined? I don't know what you call that. My dad has that, just a bunch of crisscrosses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we could come back again. And just, what do I want to do? I kind of want to be loose. I kind of want to turn it in front of me so I get a different angle of mark making. Oh, that didn't really do what I thought it was going to do. It's kind of the same color. Let's...
Oh, I really like the line kind of like through the sandhill crane.
Do you? We can show that if we back up a little bit.
Yeah, that's juicy. Oh, I might have hit my hair with the mic. Oops. I think my ponytail whipped the mic, if anyone hears
The background was so plain, and it just didn't quite... I think I need to stop. I'm thinking more is going to be better there, and it's not. We can show that. It's almost like it's maybe grass, the way I'm doing that now.
That is giving grass.
Some grass vibes. Is it too busy? It might be. If it's too
It's
busy,
a little busy.
We'll smear
Or
it
you
out.
maybe just juice up that front pumpkin. And then
Well, yeah, it needs, this definitely needs like a little more pressure instead of light. Well, just like you were doing a pencil drawing, really.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Just like painting. You know, you kind of find how I do is I kind of find my way through it, find my values, see what I like, see if it's kind of coming together. Well, and then you could squiggle in the pumpkin too.
Oh, Freckles is taking a bath.
And then come back and reinforce your values. Layers are your best friend in most mediums, but there is a limit to layers. I do like the control. Since I'm painting so small, the pencil, this is a General's charcoal pencil. Oh, and I'm getting chalk pastel color on the on the side of it. I don't know if that's looking any better because I'm right on top of it. Does that look a little more? And things grow. My trees grow the most. I'll be putting on leaves and they just keep. Yeah, I feel like this is too much.
So I told you, did I? Oh, I saw a little heart pop up. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I don't have the chat open.
I just saw it pop up. Did I tell you that I made apple, like apple spice, cinnamon, whatever, I don't know, cookies today?
Oh yeah, you were eating one in front of me on a FaceTime.
Yeah. So I have.
And you didn't bring one.
No, I should have. I really need to. So those are even a little more moist. So I need to leave those open.
I like them. See, I either want really moist or crunchy.
Well, so I definitely invented this. So I'm taking credit for it, and I have named them muffin tops because that's kind of the consistency that they are. It's like a muffin, and it's just the top, but it's technically a cookie.
Isn't a muffin top like what I have on my pants? Isn't that a muffin top?
Yeah, technically, yes. Different though.
I'm gonna cry. No, I didn't just do that to potentially millions of people. I don't know how many people watch. 10 people. Are you trying to talk, honey, and I'm talking over you and interrupting?
Yes. So I have definitely created a different type of cookie all on my own where I use cake mix, and they basically, by the time they're done, they just come out and they're literally like a muffin. They're fluffy and they're kind of bready, and I know this is probably already a style of cookie, but
Oops, I'm getting messy. Yeah, go ahead.
they're basically like muffin tops. And so I'm trying to make every flavor under the sun now, because I've made a pumpkin spice chocolate chip. Now I made an apple pie filling apple pie one. Next I'm going to make a lemon blueberry.
That's not, ooh, I just heard lemon blueberry.
Blueberry.
I'm still thinking muffin top.
Kathy says, Annie, do you create mixed media paintings too?
I want to say no, but I do like structured gel paintings, which would be, it's not really mixed media. It's just adding,
art,
it's adding.
It's still painting.
It's just adding medium.
Yeah.
A thick medium. So no, I think the answer is no. Is that better? Less scribbles in the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to look through you at in real life.
Oh, instead of the.
Yeah.
So just like a brush, if you want a looser stroke back up. This white is whiter, I think, than the.
That is, for
Yeah.
sure.
So I've got so many layers on it, I don't think it'll do it. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Oh, I think we need the shadow to. Sorry, I just hit my microphone cord and then it's swinging the.
It did swing.
My phone. So I am. What do you think? Am I an inch from my phone? Yeah, my face.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Sometimes people like to kind of know how that works.
Oh, I want to know if I made anyone yawn by yawning.
Oh, you always make me. I mean, I always yawn.
I'm so sorry. I know there was a couple days, like last week or 2 weeks ago, I yawned. I don't think I slept well, and I was just yawning at the gym, and I was in between a set and I yawned, and then I look over and another girl in the gym is yawning. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
That's like a mirror reflex response or something.
Mm-hmm. I think, is it kind of like your brain's like, oh crap, do you need to yawn too? Or like, do you have enough air?
Yeah, I feel one now that we're talking.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't know if I'm making this better. I need to, let me look at my, here, let's open. I'm kind of set. Let's open the chat so I can see my friends. Oh, something went wrong, it says.
Uh-oh. Tinker says, I missed the beginning. Is that just a black canvas?
It is Canson pastel paper. So another way to get the chalk off your fingers might be your kneaded eraser, or at least to get more of it off. It's kind of like silly putty. It is inexpensive, $10 a pad for 24 sheets, I think. We'll look here. Canson pastel paper, 24 sheets, 9 by 12. I was saying in the beginning that I've never used it, but like pastel mat will hold a lot more layers. Sometimes a pastel artist will put on, like they might call this the base layer and spray it with alcohol and let it run and do fun things, and then paint again to get more interesting things going on. I think this paper would do that, but I really don't know. I'm only basing it on what I've heard them say, not from experience. You know what might help is if we get in here and, oops, I just saw like I kind of lost my stem a little bit. Would it be fun to kind of put some drawing? Well, shoot. Sorry, are you laughing because I keep changing my mind?
No, I just sniffed.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were laughing. No. You can laugh. I'm still thinking muffin top. Here, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, and maybe I can get there. So on this one, I could put like little dark sort of pencil things, scribbles in. But I can do that if I do it on a lighter color, but I have a black background. Oh, actually, what I think I want here is to define this a little bit more. Maybe. There we go. There's one way to scribble. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Just because it works in one place, a lot of times it doesn't work in another, and I'm just as guilty of that of the next person. Oh, but I kind of like the marks. Even though we're on a tabletop. And you could leave this as a lost edge right here, or you could come back and put it in. We could define this edge if we wanted to a little bit more. So I'm just going to lightly scribble just to put a little down. I'm like, do we like it? Or was it better the way it was? Is this too dark? That's the stuff so once you kind of get it set, then you just start playing with it. It could be done now.
It's 7-Eleven, Make-A-Wish.
7-Eleven?
Mm-hmm.
It's a gas station, isn't it? Or something?
Yeah, that's...
I kind of misfired there a little bit. I got a little too confident. Here we could put in a... Maybe that's what we need is some... So just like with an acrylic painting, then you have to decide when you're done and how much you want to work it. I kind of painted that out, and I don't know if I want to put it back in. I'm thinking...
I like the more dramatic edges.
Should I make this lighter back here then? It got kind of flat on me.
Yeah, it did a little bit.
Let's maybe do that. Sometimes I'll put lines back in that I wipe out. That's no different than an acrylic painting. How is it looking? Oh, we should probably do a... It looks pretty good. I'm not used to all this texture.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I paint on the canvas, there's a lot of texture. It's definitely good practice.
Mm-hmm.
It may be cheaper. So if it was $10 for 24, it's less than 50 cents a sheet. And if you buy these, I drew this one with the Mungyo. I didn't have the Chalk Pastel pencils yet, but I did use a black charcoal pencil, which is much cheaper than buying these guys, which were a nice splurge, make me happy kind of thing. What do we want to do? What do we need? I feel like I want it whiter. Here, I wonder if this is whiter. There's a little skinny one that comes with it.
Wider or whiter?
White. I wonder if I want it whiter.
Those sounded the same when I said them too.
Well,
I was like,
I think
wider or whiter?
I wasn't enunciating. Maybe I need more like orange. Sometimes what you think you need isn't. Isn't that what like true in life? Sometimes what you think you need.
I like the little sprigs of white. Oh, you wiped them out.
Oh,
you put them back in a little bit.
I'm not sure where I'm, because you're watching the delay.
It lags.
Oh, like leave some. I think I know what you mean. Like don't smear it. I might have too many layers on. I'm not going to get it. I think that's a little dark back here. But yeah, this is working a little better. Just a light touch there, maybe. Yeah, I'm getting too many layers.
Mm-hmm.
Not the worst thing in the world.
Oh no, that was last week. I thought
Let's bring this up a little
maybe
bit.
I didn't share that.
Oh, your car?
Yeah, that I'm driving a death trap.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Kinda.
Shouldn't I be
Everything's basically recalled.
why isn't your mom worried about you?
I know. She makes me drive here.
I could pick you up.
No.
Because riding with me is like a death trap. That wasn't as fun. I thought that was funny.
I don't think I heard it. I heard me.
Oh, because I'm driving with me is dangerous. I didn't say it quite like that. But.
No. You're not too dangerous because, you know, I guess you kind of have to be pretty dangerous for me to be like, yeah, I'll drive.
Is that better? I brought up the value. Hey, this is too white. Is that what I've got going on there? My stomach growled. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you need a muffin top cookie.
I have a muffin top, remember?
Need a muffin top?
Did I surprise you by saying
yes.
that? It just makes me laugh.
You know what? What are you? You're 2 nickels and 4 pennies.
Oh, when I was 55, I was double nickels, and I annoyed people because I kept saying I was double nickels because I loved it so much.
You're 59, right?
I'm 59.
Okay, so you are 2 nickels and 4 pennies, and you look fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. I was fishing for that. Thank you, honey. It doesn't work as well as double nickels. I'm kind of losing the stem here.
What am I?
I'm looking for here.
Something.
Let's try this. I don't know if that'll be light enough. It's kind of a blue-green.
I'm a quarter and 2 pennies.
You're 27?
A quarter and 2 pennies.
Here, let's try a little lime green. I don't know if I can see if I can hit the mark here and guess the spot. I don't know if I like that.
Oh wait, that technically doesn't work the way I did that.
I don't know.
Like you being double nickels doesn't really work because that's only 10 cents.
I'm painting, so I'm not really mathing.
Oh no, I really liked the double nickels. Because I said I was a quarter and 2 pennies, so that adds up to 27. But 2 double nickels and 4 pennies only adds up to 14 cents.
So something just popped in my head while Emily's mathing. Karen Margulis, you can look up her YouTube channel. She does, I think it's all chalk pastel. She starts out with soft marks and light touches, and then she'll say, well, then I press hard and I'm shouting. I think that's kind of a good way to describe it.
Shout out to Karen Margulis. And who's the other?
I think it's Bagata.
Marla Bagata.
Bagata. Are we getting any better, or am I just playing and nothing's happening?
You're getting better.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have to
that
step
front
away.
Pumpkin was looking a little sad.
After about an hour and a half, I need to step away and look at it. Whoops, wrong one. I kind of want to do a little something, but it might be too busy. Let's see. We could do a little, I don't know if green's going to work. It's going to make it into grass because our brains go, grass is green. I'm looking for, so ground a lot of times is horizontal. Even if you want to just do grass but don't talk about the grass much. This is a tabletop, but same thing. Trees and things are verticals, buildings, stuff in the background a lot of times.
I like that.
It might be kind of done.
I like that. That adds some juice.
I put in some greens. Oh, you know what? I kind of totally forgot about the oranges on this pumpkin, though.
Yeah, you do need some orange. That'd be, yeah, more orange, because then it's complementy.
With the blues?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Very good, Emily.
Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. I giggled star.
Maybe.
Okay. We'll discuss after.
I keep looking at the live, looking for my reference photo. And I'm like, it's not there. I could pull it back up.
Do I ever get a workplace evaluation?
Oh, we should. Oh, and have like an hour-long meeting where I just tell you all these things and make you uncomfortable. And let's do that. And then say no raises or bonuses this year.
Mm-hmm. So sorry, we're having the The company is, I don't know. I was trying to think of something businessy to say.
The company's in its infancy is struggling.
Yeah, there you go. You need just like the fluffy lingo that is corporate-y.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. See, that one doesn't have any. I don't know if I'm doing, this is changing anything, but it's kind of fun to play. Oh, so if you don't, I caught 10 minutes of Angela Anderson. I think she was doing a lighthouse last night.
That's fun.
And she makes me think of splattering. I think she has a thing for splattering. So how would you splatter in chalk pastel? Well, I'm already splattering just by making some marks and pushing hard and making everything wiggle. Is that better before I move on to? Okay, so it might kill this, but we're just playing and practicing. So this is my background color. It's kind of a periwinkle color, but looks grayish on the black. But we could kind of put in.
Kathy says, reminds me of concrete with graffiti.
Yeah. It is. It's like a little mini driveway for me.
It's a mini driveway.
It is. I don't know if I want to do too many here because I don't know if I want it to snow. But we could put in. I don't
Little
know
skids is what they're kind of the way you do.
It's like
them.
splattering.
Yeah.
I added a new color, which sometimes is not a good idea. I added pink here.
Do you regret it?
I might. But you could kind of just roll it. Oh, that's fun. Now I'm just playing with texture. All right, I want to roll one more. I need to stop though.
Cute. I like the pink.
Because if it's well, it's kind of like splattering.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if it's everywhere, it's nowhere, and I keep doing it because it's fun. That's really fun because I can't control it.
Oh,
but
the rollies look more like splatters for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, they do. It looks like splatters. That's kind of fun. I want this wider, but I don't think I can get it. I think I already tried it a couple times. Oh, I wonder if this is a blending stump like for pencils. Well, look at that. It'll take it off. And then maybe I can, of course that's not gonna, it's gonna make it darker underneath. But maybe I can take what I think is my white and see if we can get it to, oh yeah. So taking off a layer might help. I'm learning all kinds of things. It's just right where it was. I got back right to where it was. All right, let me look at this. Oh, it's still kind of edgier. When I look at the live stream, I don't like how,
Where's it edgy?
so on the white one, it's kind of dark. Maybe I might like it better if I take some of it out. That's too light.
Kathy says your kneaded eraser can remove pastel.
Yes, it can. Thank you. There. A little softer dent.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of screaming dents.
Yeah, wherever the light direction is, it needs
softer. Yep, so that's one night. Yep, that's better.
Yeah.
Stepping back. And
I like
sometimes
the brown.
Sometimes you don't know what to do. Practice time. Watch other artists. You might not think you're picking up anything, but you do. I've learned a lot. Since I started this YouTube channel, my art's improved a lot. The pandemic helped because that's all I did every day. I had time to paint. My graphic design, I was winding down my graphic design business, but it stopped once the pandemic started. I wonder if I want to like a little softer right there. I get into the weeds. But it also gets easier to be a critique. Like right now I'm doing much more critiquing than painting. But it gets easier to switch between critiquing and playing. I don't think I did anything there. Let's try that again. I'm able to make quite a few changes even when I said I wouldn't be able to get very many layers.
Yeah, well, I feel like you're not really aggressively scrubbing, you know?
You know what we could do is we could put like a pimple. Or a flaw. Should we call it a flaw instead of
a little wart on the pumpkin? Is that what you're saying?
I'm going to try Let's try this. It actually rolls a little better.
Oh, that looks more like a dent.
Yeah, well, something's still bugging me, but we're close. Oh, we've got 4 minutes. Good thing we're close. Oh, what's kind of neat I like too is I've got a little sort of reflective. Let's just put a little reflective blue light. Oh, and I colored outside the lines, you guys. Put a little. I don't know if adding that orange did anything.
Orange where?
On the pumpkin, I don't
The
think.
other pumpkin?
Yeah. Oh, is it kind of heavy in the creases too? Kind of dark. Maybe on...
The one side, maybe.
Yeah, on the light side.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, that is... What? Wrong value. Just like when I paint. I'll go, oh, nope. Should we just fill it in a little more? All right, let's try a little lighter. I can hear people like in the replay are now going, no, it was better before. No.
And she ruined it.
And she messed it up. That's part of the drama of YouTube, isn't it?
Very dramatic.
Will she pull it off? I'm still, oh, you know what? Maybe I just need a finger smear.
Some schmear.
Yep, and then we need to maybe just bring in some orange.
You want a little bagel with your schmear?
Oh, wait. Yes, and my muffin top.
Cream cheese and muffins don't go together.
I'll laugh at a joke several times.
3 times,
Yeah.
Annie, and it's not funny anymore.
I know, I used to tell that to the kids.
I think mostly me. I don't know if Jack really needed that one.
It was more you, yeah.
I remember like sitting in the
that's
back
better.
seat and I'm just laughing away at whatever I've said. Jack's definitely annoyed at me in the front seat and I just get a 3 times and it's not funny anymore, Emily. And I'm like, I think it's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. He did when he was little, but he grew out of that one pretty quick. You hung on to it a little longer. Well, I can hear Graham sing it to my younger brother, which is where I actually, got
Probably
it
got
from.
it, yeah.
Like, yeah, 3 times is plenty, honey. Oh, I think this needs to, color. Maybe even bring that up a little more up here. So this is where light direction, I think it's better, you guys can let me know, have darker grooves in the shadow, makes sense. Maybe even paint this one out a little bit. Oh, I'm hunching. We need hunch cam. I like to get down at the same level of my painting.
Marty says, thank you both for another wonderful Wednesday. Heart emoji. Have a great week. We will work on those muffin tops. LOL.
Thanks for making us laugh, Marty. I don't know. Do I want to work on my muffin top? I don't think so.
See, it's
I've
like a
earned
fine,
it. It's like my gray hairs. I have earned, and the wrinkles under my eyes. Oh my God.
It's a fine line between carrying, as someone gets older, carrying more weight, your face looks fuller, so you have less wrinkles.
Yeah.
And then if you carry less weight, sometimes your face has more wrinkles,
Yeah.
So it's kind of a give and a take. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I don't know. Bad example tonight is pretty much what I've been.
Yeah. Using ammonia on her fingies.
Yeah, well, we'll get some. I'm going to go to the store tomorrow. I'll get
Blowing
some
on the dust so it just is in the air and me and Freckle are forced to breathe it in.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, we're far away and I haven't even seen any.
So I paint stuff out and put it in. I can see why they call this chalk pastel painting. It feels very much the same to me. This felt a little more like drawing, but because I think it was on white. And I drew the pumpkins by hand. These I traced from an enlargement of my drawing that I printed out. So I think that's one reason why that felt more like drawing. But this one felt a little bit more like painting, but I think the black still messes with my brain, which is a good thing. And I kind of want to put some scribbles down here, but I think it'll just get too busy. But to me, that's like, it's like when I painted the rooster video not too long ago. You can just go back a week or so or two. And I put in brush strokes at the end that mimic the direction of the rooster and it's strutting. I like the motion, and I like it. Like, to me, this looks a little like a party popper went off. It just makes me happy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I don't know that it makes it better.
For sure.
I don't know if this is gonna... We're gonna quit here. I'm just playing. I don't think that made it at all better. I'm just gonna leave it. Ooh, I could sign it. I really didn't use the Chalk Pastel pencils hardly at all. Pretty much just for the stems. And then to define an edge. I don't think you really need them. I think you would get good at even like you could sharpen these. If it doesn't have a crisp out of the factory corner, you could sharpen it to an edge on a piece of like sandpaper, just paper. And you can totally do it without the pencils. I'm feeling a little guilty for buying the pencils now.
I mean, they're fun.
They are fun.
You use them.
Well, and they're nice. They are nice for control. I don't know if that did anything. I've got kind of a rim, an outline, just because I didn't blend right up to it. So then I thought, well, should we just put in some lines to connect those black outlines?
I wonder if we could make a big chalkboard. Like, buy a large wood panel, or I don't know, find like Hobby Lobby does the 40% off one item and just buy some big wood piece, like a wood sign or something,
I
and then
bet we
just paint it with
could.
chalkboard paint.
I bet we could. I like signing my name in pencil much better than brush.
Oh, I bet.
Or my mark. So I do a little mark because I paint a lot of little paintings. I'm afraid to touch this. Here, we'll grab it with my left hand.
Didn't you just do your mark wrong?
Well, I did it at an angle because of the way I'm sitting. No, I didn't do it wrong. Here's how it looks normally because I do it straight on. I just did it at a complete angle because I'm off to the side. But I do that because it's hard to get my whole name on here and it's too much. I think it overpowers the painting.
You did.
I did it wrong? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you added a stick for your tea.
Oh, I did do it wrong.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
I did do it wrong.
It's a fake. We just watched an hour and a half of fake.
I always argue with Emily and she's right. And then I sign Annie Troe on the back, not my, I always say sign the mortgage signature.
Yeah.
Just because in that way my signature isn't out there in the world. So now I'm seeing like I might want to define that edge a little bit, round it. I could play with this forever.
Suzanne says, I love this evening. It was fun. Have a good week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I'm going to say goodbye.
Do I need to stand up? Because I have to probably
I can actually do it.
Oh, okay.
Depending on what you want to do.
I'll sit.
I'm using the ammonia wipes.
Use the ammonia wipes one last time before I take them away.
Yep, we'll keep it. Well, I mean, how many times during the pandemic I used those? I mean,
Did you wash your hands after you used them?
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
I don't know.
No wonder you got dry fingernails,
No
you know?
kidding. We're going to put Artie. Oh, he's going to stay. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm looking at it. I think I still want to bring this up a little bit when I look at it on YouTube. I think that might be a little dark. I think I'm overthinking it too, which I do a lot. But it is so fun to hang out with you guys. I love the comments with the replay people. It's just, I love sharing our art journeys with each other. It's a lot of fun. I can't thank you all enough for your support. We couldn't do this without all of you. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.